What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and in this video, I will be reviewing Hollywood Exes season, what is this, 3, episode 2. And shout out to my old and new subscribers. I'm sorry, it's a little late, y'all. Of course, shout out to my YouTube fam. If you're not a subscriber, click down the description button below and share and like this video. Okay, y'all. This should be called Monte in the Now. We're picking up, I guess, the next night after Monte and her so-called accident, right? Bria comes over. We also see the infamous fur purse that caused Monte to explode in anger and passion about how and why Nicole did not accommodate for her BS. So, sorry, y'all, I'm chewing a piece of gum. So, she sat there and, was talking to Bria. Was like this. She's going to apologize for her. Nicole's looking for some sugar for her tea, and she can't find it because Monte's ass sat there and power walked her ass out the house after she knew that accident she done, okay? So Nicole's still pissed off, which is understandable about why she didn't get in there, but I had to give Nicole credit because she's a little too calm. She is very calmed down, and something else could have been done. She, about that, because Monte was able to get away, considering the minute we heard when even she started acting, she could have got the hell on. But once we heard that noise, that glass break, she wouldn't have been able, at least maybe some altercation, and not to say it's for hands pinned on the person, been able to go to the I guess get a taxi, whatever the hell she called herself doing from that establishment. So, anyways. Bria and Nicole are talking. Bria's like this. She feels like she doesn't apologize for her views, but she apologized because the angle as far as like basically cussing her out. And they're basically, talking about the incident. She calls Monte, and of course Monte is sitting up here acting like it's okay, thank you, I understand. We have different views and different passions about everything and strong, okay, thank you for your thing. But still has not called Nicole. She still has not gave her an apology or anything. And this is for a note. Not only would Monte's ass would have been sitting there and belly dancing back her ass back to clean up that damn stuff, the damn glass and sugar and stuff, but she would have been that same goddamn outfit from 7 off the Prince video and drag us back there and done that during clean up. And we all know, and Nicole was starting to realize, is that was not an accident, or she's starting to know it was an accident. Why she, like I said, she didn't swiffer that up with a broom and sat there and took care of that. No, she decided to sit here and find some way to shoo away from that. So anyways, y'all, she sat here and was, like I said, they talked, and you see the next, scene is Jessica. No, Jessica talks to, Nicole a little later on, but they do talk. And basically, it's just like, well, I'm cool with Nicole. I'm cool with Monte. Why don't get along? Well, sometimes you be cool with people and neither one of them can be cool with each other. Sometimes it happens that way. And Nicole just really wants, really the thing is an apology. And it's just so disrespectful, irritating that she feels like she's not responsible. Because, that's disrespectful house. And her basically having one of her damn tantrums because stuff was not accommodated to her satisfaction. She's supposed to sit here and people come with her. I guess she's supposed to be like, with security with that little air thing. You got fur. You cannot step past this boundary because Monte is here. I guess maybe that's what she's supposed to do. So, you got that thing. And then Drea goes to visit Monte on set for some magazine or something. And she's trying to say, like, well, maybe y'all can find a way what this one. Because Monte still wants to place herself as a victim. She still wants to sit here basically say, like, I don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 type of thing. Nicole should be more understandable to my circumstances. It seems like she didn't look at my side. And it's like, and basically, personally, I feel like, who cares? You really have no justification for what the heck you done. And if you're that offended, like I said, I didn't know to somebody put in a couple subscribers, people commented and said about, it was both Monte and Jessica, burn her hat, whatever. It's just the fact is, As far as I'm concerned, if you feel that offended, maybe you should be around people who have the same compassion as you, who might take that chance. You know, like I said, my auntie seemed like the type that would try to throw red paint on somebody's fur, and then, you know, she might be the right one that will have her matching with the fur, with the red paint on, if you know what I mean. So, you know, she's, you know, Dre trying to say, you know, basically she'll be like me, that she's going to have a dinner. Everybody needs to get along. You know, her previous marriage was like spontaneous when she got married, and this one she's trying to have planned. So she wants things to run smoothly, including the sisterhood. And, you know, Monte first is kind of hesitant, but, you know, Dre's making sure things going to run smoothly. I'm going to make sure stuff will be whatever, right? So that is like, to get out the way. I know it was kind of mid-thing, but she heard, she's also talking to Jessica about Nicole's talking to Jessica about hanging out with Shayna in Las Vegas, and, you know, for a passion, and here's Jessica talking about, you can hit another blonde girl. Why you don't want to hang out with me? Okay, so later on this evening, we're going to fast forward because we're going to go to the dinner, because it wasn't that much about it, because that's what was kind of like the scene. So everybody comes, and Monte's sitting there, and Nicole eventually comes down there to the dinner thing, wherever they little section off, special room, whatever. And Monte's just pretending as if Nicole is not there. And like I said, her mentality is she thinks like people are supposed to apologize to her. And Nicole is basically like, you know, like, what the hell? Is a bitch gonna act like I'm not there, basically, type of, you know, look. And so she's like, Monte, she's asking her, Monte, aren't you gonna say something? She's just like, okay, whatever, you know, I'm here, Andrea. You're basically like making it seem like you have to speak to her. You cannot speak to me. And Andrea is kind of like, okay, I said I was a mediator. I'm not going to speak. Because Nicole's like, you need to say something to me. And, you know, aren't you going to say anything? Like I said, Monte feels like unapologetic. And whatever problems that she's suffering for, other people are supposed to suffer whatever the heck is going on, okay? So she going to sit here, y'all, and say some, you know, they go back and like I said, she's still trying to justify, you know, even though Andrea let know, like, I'm meeting, I didn't say I'm going to speak, you know, like, speak for you. And, you know, Monte, like I said, it still has her mind frame, like, okay, you're supposed to think about me and not me, okay? By the way, y'all, I know this is a question, but I forgot. I want to ask y'all, did Prince divorce her first, or, you know, or was it the other way around? Because based on the way she was acting and how she seems to be, I could see him sending her an email or some letter with some Prince smoke, with some purple smoke floating from it somewhere, and something's playing in the background. Because I'm just saying this is like, your attitude and stuff is pretty much it's like this now. It's just the same as, remember you heard Bria earlier in the episode was talking about, you know, you just need one time mom to get back at her, okay? You need one shelf. Get her parents China. So I was but anyways, it turns to Nicole, you know, then Maite tried to justify is that, you know, Nicole was, you know, justify the accident. Nicole was like, if you were actually sorry, you would have said something at least and cleaned up what you just, you know, messed up. And, of course, Monte, being the bitch that she is and trying to justify all her actions and then want to sit here and do the violin story, she's trying to claim that her daughter is the reason why she didn't stay there and her daughter was going to beat her up, whatever. Then why the hell did you did it? If you felt that intimidating stuff. My thing is, you think the girl gonna beat your ass the minute she confronted you outside in the backyard, the big ass backyard? I wouldn't have time to be sitting here and knocking stuff over, because that's taking extra second, because the girl could have power walked and your ass. So I'm just saying, you were so-called worried, you know, because she's trying to say that's the problem for the accident. Now you're trying to say, first it was an accident, now you're trying to justify, said, okay, it was an accident, but I got scared to clean up my mess for my passions because your daughter was a threat and she called me a crazy bitch. Nicole's like, you are a crazy bitch. You know, I'm not the what do you mean I'm a crazy bitch and this is, you want to do something, yeah. And, you know, they just going back and forth, and Dre's like, you calm down. And then that Sheree was basically like this with the finger almost. I mean, she didn't do this exactly. I mean, she didn't do this with the finger, but she was like, let me intertwine because, you know, Monte still, they just going back and forth. And, you know, Monte still, hey, this, you know, I'm a victim. Even when she's trying to sit here and check somebody, cuss somebody out, or confront them, she's trying to always play off as she's the victim. Okay? And Sheree let her know that I, as a friend, I make her, so I was on the plane, I had this party and said you were supposed to be there and do this stuff and make, you know, drinks with the little mint in them or whatever the heck she was talking about. And, you waited until last minute to tell me, like last minute, I guess like when, you know, the day of, during the time of this arrangement, extravaganza, celebration. And she's like, I even trying to accommodate for you. You were saying that, you know, your man didn't want to come, whatever. And then you talking about next man, you talking about the baby, you know, wanted to watch old episodes of Barney. And I said I was going to help accommodate, and you could have brought the baby. Then here, they talking about, well, the baby, you know, like I said at first, she said it was the boyfriend. Then it changed again as usual. It had something to do with the baby. And now the son, she was talking about, well, I don't have a babysitter, right? You know, at all. And like, it's, you know, my thing is that, how long did you know about this party? I don't know what your mom does, but I'm saying is that if y'all made an arrangement to go and then you changing the story of it, then couldn't you plan to get the baby? She was making it seem like she changed it as if she was asked the last minute. Maybe that's just me, y'all, but I took it as that. Like, again, she with her excuses. So all of a sudden, when she was like, you know, why you couldn't, you know, just use your excuses and stuff like that. You know, you supposed to, you know, basically she's whack. And I think Sheree even used a cuss word. Was it a cuss word? Because they, whatever the heck she said. But all of a sudden, Monte decides to bring up, basically, that she gets, since Sheree gets child support. And see, Sheree's son is, what is he, 21? I think he legally can drink in the United States now. I think that's how old he is. But I know he's past the age. So for her to bring up talking about as if, well, that's because you live off child support and basically you just buy nannies is what she, indirectly, that's how it was taken. Because Adre was already mad because we already know child support thing issues. And she's sitting up here, I think, going through the courts with her ex R. Kelly and trying to get the cause because he's back behind on child support. I don't know if she was legally issued or, you know, supposed to be given out much, but whatever it is, he's behind, okay? Despite how good, I guess, Black Painted Draws is doing on the charts, okay? I'm just saying that she's dealing with that, I think. So, Dre was like, you know what, you ain't supposed to be standing no dag at your sister. No, you got the public already sitting here and judging us and everything, and you know you got nerves to be talking about she was child support. Here's Maya, but still, I'm just saying about I don't have it, you know, like the rest of y'all and stuff like that. And but you know that's what you're trying to justify. But Dre let me know I don't appreciate that. You know, let me rock and put this heavy cake chip down. And you know, she just got left upset because personally it affected her. Even though Monty say maybe she did not mean to sit here and do it towards her, but it was like once it was a set of Drea, she, you know, Drea, she, you know how Monty again. Oh, but I'm just saying it is a child support. But all the women were getting child support. Besides, you know, she's the only one who didn't have a biological, you know, child or husband, whether adopted or biological or not. So Dre gets mad, and Shayna and Jessica, so Monte, of course, probably, you know, Nicole's like, wait, you know, they get it a little beginning, like, aren't you going to, no, there you got to do, running away, because like I said, Monte's talking shit, if you're going to do something, I'm going to show you crazy. I'm thinking, you know, when she was saying that, before they got into it, I'm thinking, like, you're already showing crazy, so what else is there to show? More of it? You know, times 10? I'm just wondering. So, anyways, Monte's leaving again, and she's trying to get her car, and Shanna's like this, because she's not talking during the whole time she's there, but she's sitting there in the confessionals like, this is too much, whatever the case is, you know, but she's looking from Monte's angle. She felt like it was a bunch of gay women who were supposed to be her friends, and gained up on her, so she understands, you know, she feels and understands her. So, Jessica, of course, Jessica's, like I said, Jessica is one of those people who pushes what the hell she says as well, too. So her and Monte, I can understand why they either could butt heads, because they're so much alike, or they're going to get along and sit there, my buddy, okay? So, they end up, you know, talking about blah, blah, blah. Drea comes back down again because they're talking about, you know, basically again, like, okay, the public guard comes and they'll suspect us to be them type of women that sit here and got child support and they sitting here getting paid in Bahamas and trips and everything, whatever. She, you know, it was just personal. So, you know, and Nicole's, of course, is still pissed off like it's Monte's usual. So, you know, so after that incident, the next day, Sheree and I think Shamika and Drea and Shamika both go to Sheree's house. She backed up there painting like the dude that used to have the fro and used to paint those bushes for. I mean, they were awesome paintings, but if y'all know back in the day, he used to be painting them happy little trees. I don't know if the dude's still alive, but y'all know that dude to sit there with the brown fro. He used to be with them happy trees in the forest and some pines and something. But she back to that gift where she painted a happy portrait Sheree and calling it a day. So they talking base about this, and then Dre was going back into more detail about how she's going with all this with R. Kelly, but she ain't sitting here and taking out on them, you know what I mean, or what she's going through. So she's kind of ticked off about those circumstances, and you know, of course, they agree about, you know, the Monte thing. So next scene, so like I said, Nicole sits there with Shannon, and they're a little bit talking about, I guess, what she does with these patches and everything. Also, beforehand, when Nicole's supposed to be talking to her, they sit here and talk about the parenting situation, I think. Because Nicole was like, I don't know what you think, you know, I know you probably scared. Because it's the second time where she's hung with the ladies, and it has been some type of competition or something of some sort. Or, you know, I think this is the second one that's happened. And but I know she said Dre is like a firecracker. First she seemed cool till you push her, but I know she didn't say, y'all noticed that Shayna didn't sit here and say like she felt like everybody was getting up on Monte. That was kind of edited out that conversation, if you know what I mean. And so she's telling Nicole, like, the co-parent thing, how interesting that their kids live in the same house, and they switch this house they have basically for the kids as far as co-parent. Because Nicole was asked, how's your babies? And Nicole has, you know, switches up every other week. Is there her young kids are that she has with Eddie over where he's at, and they switch over where she's at. So, you know, just they're talking about co-parent and everything. And so the last scene, which kind of ended on a hilarious note, is again Drea and Monte. I think Monte calls Drea to, they meet up at dinner, and he basically talk about more about like how Drea was upset, and you know, because I forgot to mention also with Sheree and Drea and Sheree were talking. I think Sheree probably sees that Monte's still going through the issues of the problems that she was having with you know, her husband Prince, and he said he was done with it. I guess it was referring to their marriage, and it was the presence, just some of the issues that Monte still is carrying on from her past marriage. She's still carrying on, and that may be affecting her behavior. Okay, and also too, I forgot to mention that Drea went at the dinner. She said something about, you know, if we're all single moms, if the men were supposed to do what they're supposed to do, then we wouldn't be sitting up here in the show. And I don't know if she meant like we wouldn't be up here trying to get a check from doing a reality show, or was she trying to say at the point we wouldn't be sitting up here in the confrontation between her, Monte, and Nicole, or, you know, going through some of the issues we are doing with our kids just in general. I ain't gonna lie, that could be taken a couple ways. But anyways, so fast forward back again. Andrea and Monte are talking, and Monte that's when she brought up the same thing kind of Sheree was saying earlier about how, because when she lost her, you know, she lost her, you know, son that she lost with Prince, and she doesn't have anything. And Andre was kind of saying like she could understand from that point. And like I said, she listed again, like, you know, now she gotta go to courts, and now she's kind of somewhat, as far as the court system of war with R. Kelly and him not doing his part as a father or whatever. But she's like this, but still, she don't sit there and take it out on anyone. So they agree to disagree, and they are just kumbaya at the moment. And then they talk about the stress and gray hairs. And then, you know, Andrea ends on the last note talking about a depressed coochie. And, you know, she get grays in the coochie. Now she wish they had, like, something for a depressed cooch and whatever for gray hairs. But anyways, y'all, that's it for my review. Y'all have a pleasant week, pleasant weekend, and I definitely will see y'all next video. Y'all take care.